The 2025 Formula One season is upon us and Ferrari looks set to be a serious contender, despite a challenging pre-season test in Bahrain. Many wondered whether Lewis Hamilton would be able to adapt quickly to his new surroundings. However, the seven-time world champion has shown that experience and determination can overcome any doubts. With the full support of Frederic Vasseur, Hamilton is determined to return to winning ways and show that he is still worthy of being considered at the top of the competition. Will this season be the stage for Ferrari and Hamilton's revival? Let's discuss in depth. Hamilton's move to Ferrari came as a surprise to many. At 40, he faces a huge challenge to become world champion again, a feat that has not been achieved since the 1960s. There was much skepticism, including suggestions that Hamilton was joining Ferrari for marketing purposes before retiring. However, the driver has denied the speculation and even stated that he could continue racing until the age of 50. One of Hamilton's biggest challenges at Ferrari will be his rivalry with teammate Charles Leclerc. Ferrari has long built its project around Leclerc, and now Hamilton's arrival changes the dynamic within the team. Vasseur must manage two highly talented drivers, both hungry for victory, a challenge that will not be easy. Ferrari has prepared a competitive package for the season opener in Melbourne, Australia. The Italian team is determined to make an immediate impact and give its main rivals such as Red Bull and McLaren a tough time. One of the main concerns at the start of the season was how Lewis Hamilton would perform following his move to Ferrari. Many wondered if the seven-time world champion would be able to produce his best performance from the first race. Frederic Vasseur, Ferrari team principal, emphasized that Hamilton did not come to Ferrari just to enjoy the end of his career, but to return to fight for an eighth world title, or even more. When you start a journey with a new team, of course there are many aspects that need to be adjusted. This includes working methods, internal processes, the way you communicate with engineers, even small details like a steering wheel that is different from what you are used to. But Hamilton has had 3 days of very intense and productive testing. I am very confident that he is ready for the challenge in Melbourne, said Vasseur. Ferrari has high expectations for this season, not only in the fight for the Drivers' World Championship, but also in the Constructors' World Championship. With the combination of Hamilton's experience and Charles Leclerc's speed, the team believes it has one of the strongest driver lineups on the current grid. In addition, the development of the SF25 car is believed to have gone according to plan and is capable of competing at the highest level. One of the factors in the spotlight is the characteristics of the track. The Bahrain circuit, where pre-season testing takes place, has a rear-limited character, which means it puts more pressure on the performance of the rear tires. This is less suitable for the new design of the Ferrari SF25, which still needs to be improved in this respect. The Melbourne circuit, on the other hand, has a front-limited character, which means that the pressure on the front tires is greater. This condition is considered more suitable for the aerodynamic package and the pull rod suspension system used by Ferrari this year. As a result, Ferrari is optimistic that it will be able to show a more optimal performance in Australia. In addition to the technical aspects, strategy will also play a crucial role. Teams must be able to manage tire wear well and take advantage of opportunities that arise during the race. With the competition getting tougher this season, every strategic decision can make the difference between victory and defeat. Ferrari hopes that the package it has put together will deliver positive results in Melbourne and provide a strong starting point for the 2025 season. Despite the challenges posed by rival teams, they are confident that the combination of experienced drivers, a competitive car and a mature strategy can bring them back to the top. Ferrari team principal Frederic Vasseur believes the 2025 season will be one of the most competitive in the last 3 decades. With 4 top teams, Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull and Mercedes, all having a strong chance of winning the title, competition is expected to be fierce throughout the year. Each team has made significant strides in terms of car performance and race strategy, making this season highly anticipated by fans. The situation reminds many of the 2021 season, which was one of the most dramatic in F1 history. Back then, the battle between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton went down to the final race in Abu Dhabi, creating iconic moments that are still remembered today. Now, with the driver lineup and team strength evenly matched, there is great potential for similar excitement to be repeated in 2025. The 2 names in the spotlight this season are Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. Hamilton, who has collected 7 World Championship titles, is ambitious to add to his collection with Ferrari, while Leclerc is trying to win his first title and prove himself as a leader in the team. Ferrari have stressed that they want both drivers to win as many races as possible before deciding on their championship strategy after the first half of the season. Hamilton has shown great confidence since joining Ferrari, even describing himself and Leclerc as the best duo on the grid. The biggest challenge for the prancing horse team, however, is to ensure the pair can work together without harming each other. If Hamilton focuses too much on the internal rivalry with Leclerc and allows even the slightest gap, it could backfire on his title ambitions. Vasseur is very optimistic about the Hamilton-Leclerc combination, but he is also aware that team balance will be a key factor in their success. With pressure mounting from rivals such as Red Bull, who still see Verstappen as their main threat, and McLaren and Mercedes, who are increasingly competitive, Ferrari will need to adopt a careful strategy if they are to return to the pinnacle of glory. Although Ferrari is considered the odds-on favorite to win the Constructors' title in 2025, Ferrari team principal Frédéric Vasseur remains wary of the threat posed by rival teams, particularly McLaren. The Woking England-based team showed rapid development throughout the 2024 season and has the potential to become a serious rival to Ferrari and Red Bull. McLaren has been bolstered by two very talented young drivers, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. Both have proven their ability to compete on the track with several podium finishes. McLaren's performance in the second half of the 2024 season was also quite impressive, with the team consistently challenging the top teams. Unfortunately, technical limitations and a lack of execution in several races prevented them from maximizing the opportunities that were available. However, if the team manages to overcome these problems and improve the reliability of their car, it is not impossible that McLaren will be the main contender in the title race next season. On the other hand, Red Bull remains a major threat to Ferrari. Helmut Marko, Red Bull's senior advisor, admitted that Lewis Hamilton's arrival at Ferrari will bring new challenges in the 2025 title race. Hamilton, who is known as one of the most successful drivers in Formula One history, certainly has big ambitions to achieve success with his new team. Marko believes that Hamilton's decision to join Ferrari is based on his desire to face new challenges and prove that he is still capable of competing at the highest level. However, Marko also reminded that Hamilton's success at Ferrari is very much dependent on the performance of the team and the car given to him. If Ferrari is unable to provide a car that is competitive enough to compete with Red Bull and McLaren, it is possible that Hamilton's motivation will wane in the middle of the season. This could be a crucial factor in determining how next season's title race will play out. With McLaren continuing to improve and Red Bull remaining strong, Ferrari will have to work extra hard to ensure they stay on top. Consistency, a mature strategy, and continued technical development will be the main keys to meeting the increasingly fierce competition in the 2025 season. Amidst the excitement of Lewis Hamilton's arrival at Ferrari, not everyone is convinced that the seven-time world champion can be competitive right away. One of the skeptical voices came from Ralf Schumacher, a former F1 driver and younger brother of F1 legend Michael Schumacher. Ralf believes that adapting to a new team is not easy, even for a driver of Hamilton's caliber. He says it takes a long time for a driver to understand the dynamics of the team, the character of the car, and the technical strategy. Can Hamilton make history by winning an 8th world title with Ferrari? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.